Hi, welcome to the Speeding Bulletin. My name is Steve Younis from supermanhomepage.com. This is all Superman related news there was for the week January 15th to January 21st, 2010. In movie news, Warner Bros. Uploaded a number of online video clips for Justice League Crisis on Two Earths, the next DC Universe animated movie coming out on February 23rd. The clips feature a battle between the Justice League and the Crime Syndicate. MTV's splash page reveals that neither Superman nor Clark Kent will be making a cameo appearance in the upcoming Green Lantern movie as previously thought. Director Martin Campbell told MTV News, "None of the other DC characters will appear in the film." First up in TV news, I should point out that Smallville will not return on January 22nd as originally planned, due to the CW's participation in the Hope for Haiti telethon. Disciple, the episode that was scheduled to air on that day, will now air on Friday, January 29th. The 2-hour Absolute Justice will still air on February 5th as planned, with Warrior, which was originally scheduled to air on January 29th, now airing on February 12th. Speaking of Warrior, Warner Bros. Released 8 more images for this episode. There are a few behind-the-scenes shots of Allison Mack, who directed this episode. The CW released the official spoiler-filled description for the 2-hour Absolute Justice telemovie. In this movie-length special, a man named Sylvester Pemberton tracks down Chloe and tells her he knows about her team of superheroes and needs their help. However, before he can explain who he is attacked and killed by Icicle. Clark and Chloe's investigation leads Clark to the former headquarters of the Justice Society of America, where he meets up with Nelson, aka Dr. Fate, Carter Hall, aka Hawkman, and Courtney, aka Stargirl. Absolute Justice will air on Friday, February 5th at 8 PM on the CW. The CW gave DC Comics an exclusive sneak peek video of the upcoming Smallville Absolute Justice 2-hour telemovie. Jeff Johns, who wrote the script, said, "It's the first live-action Justice Society of America. Hawkman, Dr. Fate, and my personal favourite Stargirl. But don't expect them to be the only ones you see. Look closely in this episode, there's more cameos and Easter eggs than Green Lanterns." EW's Osceola Files reveals that Annette O'Toole will be returning to the role of Martha Kent on Smallville later this season. Reportedly, the mother-son reunion will be rocked by an unexpected surprise or two. The Osceola Files also revealed that Annette O'Toole's husband, Mike McKean, will be reprising his role of Perry White later this season as well. Executive producer Brian Peterson said, "We finally get to see the legendary introduction between Perry White and the intrepid Lois Lane. Both Martha and Perry are expected to appear in the second-last episode of this season." According to CinemaSpy.com, Smallville has been renewed for a 10th season, with the official announcement likely to be handed down before the end of January. Remember, it's only a rumour at this point in time, so stay tuned. Superman homepage reviewer James Lance continues reviewing episodes of the 1950s Adventures of Superman TV series. Check out his review of The Unknown People Part 2, the conclusion to the Mole Men story in the final episode for Season 1. DC Comics has announced their next weekly comic book series will tie into the upcoming DC Universe Online MMO video game. Titled DC Universe Legends, the series will run weekly and exist in the same world as the game. No release date has been announced yet. DC Comics released their April 2010 solicitations. We highlighted for you all the Superman-related comics and products to be released in April. Of special note were issues 2 and 3 of Superman Last Stand of New Krypton, and a striking cover for Superman 699. Superman comic books we reviewed this week included Adventure Comics number 6, which was reviewed by Neal Bailey, who gave it a 5 out of 5, saying, "This was easily the most well-rounded single issue I've read in a while." Action Comics 885 was reviewed by Adam DeChannel, who gave it a 4 out of 5 rating, saying, "A 4 for keeping the story moving forward." Adam also reviewed Super Friends number 23, saying, "A pretty short and sweet story," and he gave it a 4 out of 5. Superman comics shipping this week from January 20 include Superman Batman number 68, Justice League of America Sanctuary trade paperback, and Superboy The Greatest Team-Ups Ever Told trade paperback. We're very pleased to report that the Superman homepage has been voted as the best fan site in the 2009 Project Fanboy Awards. Winners will be presented with their awards at the MegaCon Comic Book Convention in Orlando, Florida on Sunday, March 14th. I'd like to thank everyone who voted for us and give a special thanks to all the Superman homepage staff, writers and contributors. That's all the Superman related news there was for the week January 15th to 21st. I'm Steve Younis from supermanhomepage.com.
Daily Planet. This week we're going to talk about Blackest Night. The last issue had 24-hour deputizations of the rings handed out. I'm not exactly sure about the exact quantities of that or how it's qualified, but and one of the things that intrigued me the most was the fact that Lex Luthor was made the agent of avarice. On the one hand, this is very, very cool, because as Luthor's been portrayed, that fits him like a glove in many, many respects. On the other hand, it's not my favorite type of Luthor. How's about that for hemming and hawing like a geek? But on the one hand, yeah, you got the Lex Luthor, whose goal is to conquer the world, and, so that fits him perfectly. On the other hand, you've got the Lex Luthor, whose sole goal is to be the brightest person he can, and his perceived fault with Superman is that Superman is stopping him from becoming what he could be. So it's necessarily more kind of rage than avarice, I guess. And Lex Luthor doesn't really want material possessions. He seems to be perfectly happy to be in a little dwelling under the ground as long as he has his intellect. So maybe he wants all the intelligence in the world, and in that form he's going to explore avarice. But I still like the concept, and I hope that they explore it with a little bit more than 2 or 3 panels in the next couple of Blackest Night issues, because it's an interesting idea, and I wish they'd go into the Superbooks a little bit. Anyway.